doesn't care for us.
She said, "Hi, bye."
Are we doing the intro?
Yep, I'm about to do it right now.
Oh,
Ready?
well, I thought I missed it.
All right, boys and girls, welcome to Three Cheese Sauce. I'm Josh, and I'm joined with my brothers Daniel in the top right and Richie down bottom, looking super comfy in his recliner because he broke his back.
Yeah, I got arthritis.
This is going to be kind of a weird episode. We missed a week due to some scheduling issues, but we're going to get back on it. And because of that, we are going to roll. This episode is going to be mixed with Richie's episode, which we did record. But our topping is not thrilled with his section, so we are going to be cutting that down. So we'll be combining those two into 1 hour-long podcast. But what we do here is we pick a topic, we discuss it with each other, see how we're doing, just checking in. And then we are going to have a special guest on today, as we call them toppings, and we'll get to them in about 30 minutes. How are you guys doing?
Doing okay. How about you, Rich?
No, fantastic.
What about you, Jay?
I'm tired. I mean,
You look tired.
thanks,
No,
man.
you don't.
Just
You
say I
look
look like a piece of shit next time.
Okay.
Yeah, you look
That
tired,
works.
actually.
I
No,
know,
but
but shit as well.
I met up with the Seyfrieds last night. Saw Liz's new place.
Oh, I forgot. They're like right across the water from you now.
Yeah,
The
so
water. The water.
The
we saw
water.
her place. She got a really cool spot. It's got plenty of room for her and her roommates, and then they lucked out with this like cool little roof deck.
That is nice.
But
Yeah.
the complex is really cool. I thought it was gonna be like a one-off place that she found, but it's in like a complex, and somehow they ended up with like the one unit that has like roof access. So very
Good for
cool.
them. Gotta come visit.
Those brick for the wind too.
And you know the Seyfrieds, man, that place is kitted out with some speakers. It was loud in there. It
Oh,
was
yeah?
loud. They were bumping.
Good for them.
Sonos.
And then Steven was gonna come with Chandler and I for a drink and meet up with our friend MK, and we got to the bar after walking like 25 minutes in New York, and I realized I left my phone at Elizabeth's. So we then had to walk 25 minutes back, and Anton and Uncle Steve were still there, partying with all the youngins, and it was awesome.
Sounds like a good time.
Yeah, and then got in an Uber that was not booked for the right location, so then had to get out of that Uber and then get into a different Uber. So
Well, look
yeah,
at
it was
hectic
a hectic night.
Yeah. And Rich, you had mom and dad come visit you, right?
I did, yeah. I have like 48 hours of every month that I can have a free, couple of days to myself, and they came, and we looked at a place for me to move into, but really more of an investment for them in the long run,
Yeah.
which is good because Morgantown's growing every year. But yeah, I live in a very rundown apartment here.
It's
And,
huge though. It's just like a giant room.
But I don't have laundry. I don't have a dishwasher.
Yeah.
I don't have,
Creature comforts. You need those.
right. And I have, the people across the street that, they'll take stuff from you and you don't even have to
Take-
question. But it was great. We went to Topgolf. I sliced most of my drives. One went into the parking lot. We're not going to talk about that. But it was awesome. It was a good.
Where's the Top Golf there? Is it
It's-
relatively close to you?
I told Dad, I was like, "You want to go to Topgolf Saturday night?" He's like, "Oh, sure, I'm down." So I'm like, "All right, I'll schedule it." So he didn't realize this, but it was an hour and a half away in Pittsburgh.
I was gonna say I didn't think it was close.
So yeah,
That's awesome though. I've played at Top Golf like music. I've never actually done Top Golf though.
I've never been to a Top Golf.
it's
Next time you guys
fun.
get up here, we have one like 20 minutes away. We'll go. It's
I'm
fun.
down. It's fun. You definitely, I think minimum you need the hour and a half. Probably better for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Well, you have to book in like a time slot.
When you get there, if you reserve a bay, you can do 60, 90, or 120 minutes.
Oh, wow.
The one in Vegas has a pool, so it'd be like a Vegas pool party going on while you're hitting golf balls, which is pretty
Nice.
cool.
I would love to go there and act way too serious and yell at them for talking in my backswing.
Well, the best is the people that bring their own clubs.
Yeah.
Do people do that?
I
Yeah.
I bring my own clubs if I was going.
Why?
I just feel like it's kind of like a party. There's
Because
a
then
bar
you
that
you
night.
save some money, right? Like because you
No, they're in there. They're in the booth.
okay.
You
Well,
don't bring your own clubs.
I
Did Dad
notice
wear gloves all the
everyone
time?
that I've been at has some pretty extraordinary like hitters,
They
like some
yeah, did
pure
you get some
swings.
long
Like
drivers there?
at those places, people are good.
So there was a 14-year-old girl there. I'm assuming her age. There was like a group of them, and
Creep.
she was hitting driver. And I'm not kidding you guys. This thing, it was like Happy Gilmore. It was like, and it would hit the net. And I'm like, what the? And I'm slicing balls 120 yards, and I'm like, I'm literally my masculinity is ripped away from me. I'm gonna go eat the chips and guac over there.
You see that DeChambeau cutting the corner on a
317.
cutting the corner on a par five. That's crazy.
Unbelievable. And then he hits a flop shot and it rolls all the way back down the hill.
Hmm.
Oh, really? I haven't been doing anything
He's
remotely close to keeping in touch with sporting events. So I did
Did
watch
you?
the MMA fights last night. I don't know if you guys paid attention to that.
I missed him.
I
But
didn't
did
know
you
there was
see him
any
at
fights
Bond's
last night.
place?
Nunez is insane, dude. She's beaten
Yeah,
every
man.
top fighter ever.
Did Bond take Schaub's picks for the 3-time bet?
He
All right.
did, and because it was a submission, he lost. It was a TKO, KO, or no, it was just TKO or KO. Sorry, and it was a submission. It was an armbar.
Wow.
Are you serious? He lost because it was not a knockout?
Yeah,
I didn't even know that was the rule.
dude. He woke
That's
up.
funny.
He's like, I don't understand why I didn't win this bet. I said it says TKO or KO. He goes, exactly. I was like, she got tapped out. It was a submission. And he goes, damn.
Oh my god! If you bet, it was you win triple what you bet.
That's why he was mad. I think he put $25 on it, and then he had a prop bet for first round win, so he got that. But
All right.
Alright.
Well,
You did myself
let's
a burp.
let's get into our subject. I'm gonna have like a little title card that goes right here. But I know I for one have had some embarrassing moments, but I wanted to kind of go around the horn. If you could think in your head, the one time that like you kind of went through an existential crisis the next morning of how embarrassed you were of a specific thing that you've done or said. And it doesn't need to be drinking related. Like you could have just let something fly.
I already got one.
go ahead. I got
Then you're up.
I got one. Okay, in 4th grade.
That's so funny. Mine's in 6th grade. So
All right, so in 4th grade, I had a crush on this girl, and at recess, I don't know what we were doing. I think we were like playing football or whatever, like the guys, and then like it's like how it is. Like the girls do their thing and the guys do their thing. But today was a different day, I guess. So like we were all intermingling as 4th graders, and I'm like trying to be cool. I'm like, oh, you can't catch me, right? So I'm running backwards to show off my sick athleticism to my crush, and I'm running backwards. I'm like, oh, you can't even catch me. I'm running backwards, and as soon as I said backwards, I tripped over my own shoe, and I fell back and smacked my head so hard. I think I lost consciousness for a second, but I got up and tried to pretend like I was all right. She's like, oh my god, like you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm totally fine. I'm like bleeding, and then it was horrible. And then I remember like I didn't talk to her for probably 4 months.
Dan, you got one?
Yeah. Probably in high school, we were playing basketball at the local park, and they had the adjustable rims, so we had it down to like 6 foot. I went, I went to go dunk, and I was heavier back then, and I just stuffed myself on the rim, and I fell horizontally back onto my back and lost my breath, and everyone just kept playing around me as I was just hyperventilating.
Mine was actually in 6th grade, and when I was younger, I don't know if you guys remember, I was like very picky with food. I like never like ate anything exotic per se, and we had this thing. We were studying like the Roman Empire in school, and they had like this party where we all like it was like a toga party, but we like it was like ethnic food, like Mediterranean food, and the whole day I was kind of feeling crappy. It was like you know how it is when like you feel crappy as a kid and you're like I think I'm sick, but you don't know that you're gonna like be sick. And there was like one of the dishes that someone brought was like Mediterranean goat cheese, and I ate it, and I was like I didn't want to like spit it out, so I forced myself to swallow it, and then about 20 minutes went by, And I remember asking to go to the bathroom, and I walked out the door. I closed the door, and I just projectile vomited all over the floor, and nobody was around. So I just proceeded to go to the bathroom and left all this vomit on the floor. And I went back into the classroom. Mind you, this is like 2 weeks into being in a new school because it was right after mom and dad moved to the house that they're in now. So I'm like the new kid. I just vomited. I was like, okay, well, I got to just go to the bathroom and pretend like this didn't happen. Well, basically, I get back in the bathroom, at which point someone else leaves to go use the bathroom, and they see all this vomit, and they come running back in. They're like, oh my God, there's puke everywhere. And I just like sat there like nothing had happened. And then basically the teacher came over to me and was like, did you get sick? Because I was like white as a ghost. and I was like,
No.
And then basically she sent me to the nurse, and like for the next like 2 weeks I was known as the kid that vomited and tried to play it off like I didn't vomit everywhere. And
it's a normal thing. Like,
I was like, oh, cool. Second week into 6th grade at a new school, and I'm completely like the dumbest kid here. So yeah.
Wait, I do have another one, but it's not embarrassing because nobody knows.
Well, now they're going to.
But
this is the platform.
this was in kindergarten, and we used to go to before school care, like before and after school care. You know, your mom drops you off because she, you know, both if both your parents work, you got to go to this shit. But I'm sitting there playing like, who knows? I think like Trouble, the game Trouble. You pop the bubble or whatever.
I love Trouble.
And I'm sitting there playing Trouble with like 2 other kids, and I'm in kindergarten, okay? And I think I have to fart, as kids think they have to do. And I squirted shit into my underwear. And mid game of Trouble at probably 7 a.m. in Gwynedd Square Elementary, I get up and just walk to the bathroom. No word. And I take my underwear off, I throw it in the trash can, and I walk out and continue playing Trouble. And to this day, all I'm thinking about is the janitor that must just have seen shit-covered Hanes underwear and was just like, well, that kid had a great start to his day. Walked back and wore no underwear the entire day, just pressed the bubble as soon as I got back.
I have a similar story to that. Freshman year of college,
Oh, jeez.
I woke up hungover as anything, and it was one of those days where you just can't move out of bed. And I also had a roommate, but luckily the roommate wasn't there that day, and we had a combined bathroom with the other people, so 4 people with 1 toilet. And that someone was using the toilet. And I was like, I'm too hungover to leave to go anywhere else, so I just sat in my bed and pooped.
Whoa.
In my drawers.
Wait, what?
Yeah, and it was like bad
That
diarrhea.
is heinous.
So
What did you do with the drawer?
So I get off my bed, like, okay, I just pooped myself on purpose. This is the lowest.
That's not real. Oh my
I
gosh.
take my pants off. I take my underwear off. My ass is shit covered. There's big poop in my underwear. My roommate, his girlfriend walks in.
I'm gonna be sick.
My roommate, his girlfriend walks in, and I'm just sitting there butt ass naked with a poop filled underwear. I go, yo. I open my window and throw it out the window.
Yeah, and then there's just probably some like Sigma Chi dude walking on the sidewalk.
Sigma Chi.
And you're like, what the f-?
And my roommate was just like, are you good? I'm like, I'm hungover. I'm just butt ass naked with poop in my pants.
Dude, that is foul.
Yeah.
That's
wow. I wish
wild.
I remembered that earlier. That's definitely the most embarrassed I've ever been.
I have if we're going to be on the subject of poop, I don't know if I ever told you about this story, but this is like one of the funniest moments I've ever had with Chandler. We were at our place in California. The bathroom was like right off our bedroom.
I remember that. She told me that.
I was in the bathroom, and I was like, I could feel like this like massive fart. I was about to get into the shower, and I had the door open, and I'm like, hey, Chandler, listen to this. And she's like, what? And because there was no noise, and I was like, uh-oh, a whole solid turd flew out my beehole onto the floor
You know?
And I've never been so mortified with my own body that could happen so easily. And I just was like, um,
That's enough
never
poppers.
mind, never mind, nothing happened, and just had to like pick up my poop off the ground and put it into the toilet, and then proceed to shower and pretend like nothing
Ew.
Wow.
happened.
Oh my
Another thing
Yeah,
about that's great about showers though, they're just stand up for days. So like
yeah.
sometimes you don't have to wipe, just get in the shower.
no, you still gotta wipe.
I'm kidding.
Still gotta
Oh
wipe
my
it.
gosh, I remember being embarrassed like with my own brother. The one time we went skiing when mom and dad had the mountain house, uh, I like fell off. Richie was like, I remember we kept taking turns going down this hill, and then there was a rail at the bottom that ended up like. Do you remember like this? The park was like to the right of the bunny slope,
Yeah.
Yeah,
and then there
yeah.
was like a couple rails like on the way back over the bunny slope, and I think we were like trying to meet like mom and dad on the other side, and I flew up on that rail and I landed like I just Charlie Browned it onto the rail and like
Oh,
pancaked onto the rail. And I remember the next day I was like that hurt, and then the next day my butt cheeks were just had grown up into my back. Like I had no ass anymore. I just had this massive lump that became one with my ass cheeks.
You could have been a social media influencer with that ass.
Yeah.
horrible.
I'm we're trying to get the topping in here. I'm wondering if she's going to join shortly.
Well, we're working on that. I'll give you one more embarrassing story. And it's not
Okay.
too embarrassing. It's just a whole life, like time in my life. But I remember in middle school, I was really into tech decks, and that's when I first started being like, oh, these girls are attractive. As a middle schooler, you're just like, oh, I'm going to try to show off. And my way of showing off was tech decking in front of them. And I did that for all of middle school, all 3 years. So that's another embarrassing time in my life. I'm like,
Yeah,
watch this kickflip.
you want to see me tray flip?
They're like, who is this kid? But yeah. And then Richie and I, as kids, we'd always do dumb stuff. That's not really embarrassing, but I built you a ramp out of sticks and stones, and you almost died.
Yeah, dude, that was disgusting. What my arm looked like.
Yeah.
It looked like a 3 cheese sauce.
No
Do
topping,
you
though.
guys ever have like a story where like you didn't like mean to do something, but then like especially sports related, and then like you went too hard and then you ended up hurting somebody? Because
Oh yeah, yeah. So
Like,
actually,
I I remember there was like a bunch of people over mom and dad's. We were playing basketball in the driveway, and one of the guy's girlfriends at the time had the ball, and I just thought it'd be funny if I ran up and just blocked her,
it's a
like
game.
while she was shooting, and I went to go block her, and I slapped the ball directly back into her face.
it's just a game,
And
fucker.
then
Yeah,
immediately it was like, okay, I guess the day's over. Bye, everybody.
you pulled a
So
Gaylord Fokker.
pissed.
I remember the
So
pool
pissed.
basketball games getting out of hand. There would always
I
be a
remember
bloody
that
nose
too,
or a
yeah.
broken
Well, I'll
finger.
tell you this. Dorian and I were like wrestling or whatever, and then we were like, let's do MMA, like, but no like head punches or whatever. And it turned into me choking Dorian, and he rolled, and his ass went through the basement wall.
I remember that.
And there was a Dorian ass size hole in the wall. And I remember when we walked upstairs, I was like, he was like, dude, what do we do? And I was like, I have to tell them. And he was like, no, don't tell them. They're gonna hurt us. And I was like, so I walked upstairs and I was like, mom, we made a hole in the wall. And she was like, I woke her up to tell her this, so she's not happy.
Yeah.
She walks down and sees a Dorian ass sized hole in the basement wall, and she looks at me, and Dorian's hiding on the couch, and she goes, "I need a hole in this wall, like I need a hole in my head," and all you hear is Dorian start cracking up.
And then dad comes down and dad's like, it's not that big of a deal. I'll teach
Yeah,
her to have spackle.
yeah, but yeah, dude, that was horrible,
Yeah.
but it paid off because I learned how to paint and spackle.
Yeah.
We won't talk about why that paid off, but it did.
Yeah. Almost saved our lives, probably, learning that skill.
Yeah, it definitely did.
All right. Without further ado, the topping of the week. And she wrote her name as the best mom ever. What's up, Mom? You're
Can't
in.
hear any
Welcome.
of you guys.
What do you mean you can't hear?
What do you mean you can't hear us?
It's-
We can hear
it's
you.
on.
There you go.
Yeah, I can. We can hear you. Can you hear us? You might have to turn up your volume.
With 365 days into COVID and people don't know how to use
I don't know why I can't hear
technology.
you.
Turn up the volume on your. Yeah, I think your volume's all the way down, probably.
Hello.
If
You're
this
laughing.
isn't,
I'm not
if this
laughing
isn't
because
a
I can't hear
pen,
you.
turn up your volume. I'm texting you.
Check your phone. Check your phone.
We've been living in quarantine for over a year.
And she-
People don't
been in
know-
quarantine for over a year. Can't figure out how the mic works.
This, click it up.
Turn it up.
It's not working.
It's
Wait, what if Dad
and
said
that is
something?
the shortest interview of a topping yet.
What if
Thank you
Dad
very
said
much for
Mom's phone?
So dad can't talk.
You're
Mom can't hear. Oh man.
How does this work? How are they like this?
All right. And without further ado, our topping this week. The best mom ever. Can you hear us now?
You guys listen fuzzy.
Welcome.
But you can hear us.
Hello.
Yeah, why did you say I'm sideways? I'm not sideways.
You
You're
were
good now.
sideways when you first joined. Now you're fine.
Oh.
Okay, so I told you a little bit. We're discussing our most embarrassing moments. So what we want to ask you is your most embarrassing moment in your 29 years of life, and
I don't have
any
any embarrassing moments.
you just
I have a good
so,
one already.
so
for you.
confident. And then if you have any memories of us as kids growing up, embarrassing moments for you, maybe we embarrassed you or you were embarrassed on behalf.
Yeah.
I can't think of any embarrassing moments for myself.
I can
None
think
that
of
I'm
one if you want me to start it
none that
off
I'm
for you.
sharing.
Well, I'll start it off.
We
for
don't
you.
have to share anything crazy.
Ma, do I have your permission to give an embarrassing story on your behalf?
Well, it depends. What's the level of embarrassment between 0 and 10?
We'll give her the thumbs up,
7.
thumbs down at the end if she wants to cut it. So go
Yeah,
for
okay.
it.
Well, the one day, the 4 men in our house, the 3 of us and Dad, were all doing our own thing, and Mom was cooking us dinner, being an awesome mom, the best mom.
Excuse you, there's 5 men in the house. Do not forget about Oakley. He's a little
Oakley's
man.
a grandpa. It's a different class of man. Anyway, all we hear is this loud bang, and
Wait, what is this?
we go to the kitchen, and not 1, not 2, not 3, but 5 bowls, glass bowls, are on her face, and her head.
What?
And they fell from the very top shelf on her head, and she balanced them against the shelves in her head.
And nobody helped me. And nobody helped me.
She had to stop the other bowls from falling. So they just went boom, and she went, oh!
I do. Speaking. So yeah, that wasn't embarrassing for me. That was just like, thanks, guys. Typical sons that don't help at all. And
When we saw the scene, it was
I
too
did-
funny
I
to
do
help.
I do have an embarrassing moment though that was like both embarrassing and I pretended it didn't hurt all that badly, and I'm pretty sure Dan saw it when I got home. Was when I had a pretty bad 24-inch box jump fail, and my entire shin was ripped apart, and I just crashed. That's pretty embarrassing in front of other people. I have a good one for I actually I will say one of Josh where I used to get embarrassed, and I probably shouldn't give full details of this, but Josh alluded to this in another podcast.
Oh, don't talk about it.
He used to be a little weird in the grocery store, and he was like 16 years old, but he would actually be standing on the cart and then being a bit weird.
Shouting.
Yeah, so that
Shouting
was embarrassing.
obscenity.
What happened to all that confidence I used to have? Now I'm
probably
scared
more
people are
embarrassing.
looking at me. I used to like yell at people.
Yeah,
Go out in public tonight and yell and just get that confidence back.
I think it was probably more embarrassing because I think I might have been laughing, and so that made it more embarrassing because he shouldn't have been doing it. But yeah,
That's funny.
I got one for Dan. That
Go ahead.
it was a little embarrassing as a mom that when you played football. Okay, I'll give it to you when you were younger. So we won't go into.
I don't think Dan wants this.
Oh, I'm ready for it. Go ahead.
Are you? Because
Yeah.
I'll give the age range. Like, I mean, by the time you were out of elementary school, I think you stopped doing this. But Dan used to like either
Oh yeah, I know what he's stuck.
he
She's
used
going
to
for.
he used to have two problems when it came to football. It was one, just trying to take all that crap off again was a lot of work. And then I think like on game days, then he also got a little bit nervous. And first, when he was really young, I used to think, why does it always smell like piss in my car when we get in after football practice or the game? And it wasn't until probably a few years later that he was like, I just pee my pants. And I'm like, what do you mean you just pee your pants? Don't you go to the bathroom? And he's like, no, I just pee my pants.
He's got a piss.
We can edit this out, Dan, but I mean, that's a pretty big one.
So funny. I would do it because there was like a girdle, there was underwear, there was a cup, there was pants. It was just too much. I'm
I
like, you know
said,
what?
I prefaced there was a lot of.
I'm just gonna go with my pants. I got a whole game to play. I'll get sweaty anyway. You won't be able to smell it. I'd never work. I smelled like a litter box.
I can hit mom back with one that was really funny. I don't think you were embarrassed about it, but there's it was either I think 2 summers ago now because it wasn't COVID times. I remember we're sitting in my mom's beach house. Yeah, it's got to be at least 2 summers ago because we didn't have the beach house at this point. And Dad walks in the door, looks so like upset, and then Mom walks in and has half of a face. and I asked what happened.
3 years ago, by the
That's
way.
what happened. Mom was like, I tripped. And I was like, that wasn't a trip. Like you dove onto your face. And I
Yeah,
just think
you know
it's
what
funny
was
that
even worse about
all
it?
the women that are attached to the Liberio name just fall without the use of their arms for
Yeah,
some reason.
that's
Like it's just they use their heads as their
There's no
arms.
stopping.
That,
There's
that
no
was like
stopping the
3
fall.
summers ago, and quite frankly, it was a pretty bad summer for a lot of people that summer. I think that was the summer Aunt Dawn did the boogie
the
boards,
the boogie board
Irish
shuffle.
League, and
Oh
that
yeah.
didn't go well. And then Uncle Steve met the Stones, he hit Stones on the way down, but he saved his Wawa hoagies. And then a few weeks later is when I fell, and yeah, it was very bizarre. I can tell you, concrete I think does more damage than stone.
Was it also
I
the
had no
same
idea.
summer that I was playing Poorhouse every Friday?
Yes. Yes.
And I would because parking can get so bad, I would drop off my stuff to play, and then after I was done, I would load up the car, and then I'd run back and I'd ride my boosted board back. And I remember I had just been playing there for 4 hours, and then everybody that saw me play saw me get on the boosted and absolutely crash horribly in the middle of Landis Avenue. Then it was one of those moments, I knocked the wind out of me, and I just did not look back. I got up, got on it, and left. And hopefully they forgot about it the
Right.
next morning.
I just thought about something. My favorite Dan moment ever.
Oh, here we go.
It was all right. So this was my sophomore year of college, and I had an apartment across from where our friend lived, and we'd always get food there with our meal swipes. And it was raining pretty bad, and it was a little chilly. So we have a drink in one hand, bag of food in the other hand, and Dan decides I want to go on a high paced trot. And so he tries to leap up a couple steps, but he slips in a puddle, and his knee hits the ground so hard that his body starts spiraling. And as he's spiraling, he holds the soda straight up, cradles the bag, and lands flat on his back, and pops right back up and looks around. I'm like, Dan, are you okay? You hit your knee really, really hard. I'm not kidding. Just like this. Just the way I'm about to do it, He goes very quickly. He goes like this. Just open the door. Yes, yes. Just open the door. Holding back tears.
That's so funny.
So funny.
Speaking of Daniel having like injuries, Mom brought this up the other day. Is the first time we taught Daniel how to snowboard.
Oh my goodness!
He was so gung ho that
turning into bad.
I wasn't. No. I'm telling this. I'm telling the story.
Yeah, but I gotta say how it looks from the outside.
Yeah, visualizing it is
because we were on the bunny slope, so like the chairlift is going right over where you're learning. And you were so gung ho. Like at one point, you were just like, "I got this, guys. Like it's fine."
Well,
and you went so fast without turning, and then you bailed, but you bailed forward, and you turned into a snowball. I remember looking at the chairlift, and people thought they had witnessed somebody die. Like you rolled so long.
I'll tell the story.
Literally saved a life that day.
I'll tell the story. It's my second run ever on a snowboard. I wasn't gung ho about anything. I was finally being able to actually ride, and then I'd fall to stop. Didn't know how to stop, and I was like, I'm just gonna go so I know how to stop then. And I didn't know how to stop, and I just was bombing this mountain. And it's a bunny slope, but it's long, so you really start picking up speed. Josh, Ricky, and my mom are following me. Just
in his defense, he was moving. Like I could not keep up with him.
Lying.
Anyway, this little child on a leash. That's how you know how young she was. Her dad had a leash on her. I was like, I'm going to kill this kid if I don't stop. So I had to fall.
Yeah, well, they were also done the hill.
Yeah, I landed so hard on my head that my helmet cracked. I was unconscious. I'm laying on my back at the bottom of the mountain. I wake up.
You raggedy ant all the way to the bottom where people were getting on the chairlift, and you had full out rolled from like the last 25% of the run. You had rolled down.
But when Josh was teaching me to board, so we were behind you because it was my first time boarding. When we got down to you, Richie was like bent over you.
I woke up
almost like a surgeon doing surgery, and I thought you guys were joking.
You said, "Get up, Dan," and I'm unconscious.
So I started laughing so hard.
That was so funny.
Your eyes were wide open.
I was unconscious. I don't remember.
You were laying there like this. I'm looking over you.
Like a murder paint liner.
I just remember the sound that you know that sound of like because it's East Coast snow, so it's like half ice, and I could just hear when you started rolling, your edges were catching so hard, and it was just like.
I remember when I got there, your helmet was cracked off the back, and I looked in your eyes, you were like this.
And the best mom ever was get up, stop lying.
Yeah, this is turning into injury things. Richie has the best one.
I got one more injury though for
Dan.
Oh, okay.
From Dad.
Go for it. That's
Wait, what?
It's also embarrassing.
We used to have. Josh is good at every board sport. You name it, Josh will pick it up and be good at it. And
Richie's better than me.
No, I've never surfed. I can't skateboard very well.
He's the best out of all three of us.
We got a ripstick, and we got pretty good at it.
Ripstick, it's a fucking death trap.
Got pretty good at it pretty quick, and so our dad, being the confident dad he is, thinks I could easily do that. So he goes He goes down the driveway, and he did it okay. Very smooth. And got off right. And we're like, no, Dad, you got to swivel the ripstick and then come up the driveway. That's the point of it. So he's like, whatever. So he does it. First swivel. His legs shoot into the air above his head. And he lands. And think about it, so painful. His thigh lands right on top of the ripstick as it's sitting edge up. And you see his nose spray fly to the left. His cigarettes fly to the right. His phone's on the ground. And as he's laying there, his glasses fly. He scoops up the nose spray and then lays back down. He goes, Deborah, call an ambulance.
I wish we had like footage of all these things just to put on this, because now that I'm thinking of it, Dad Dad could have like an episode of America's Funniest Home Videos just himself, because the motorcycle that Richie had was. I don't know who came up with it, but like it was like learn to ride a motorcycle easy. So they put a freaking automatic transmission on a motorcycle, which is just asking to get hurt, and dad revving it up and accidentally putting it in first, and literally launched a 80cc motorcycle through the back of the garage was probably the funniest thing I've ever seen. And those doors still aren't fixed. You guys use a fucking pogo stick to keep those doors locked because Dad flew a motorcycle through the back of the garage.
And
When I think about Dad falling on that ripstick, he was like 5 feet in the air, landing hard on
Yeah.
it was like this. So here's the boy going. He's like this and went.
You got to give Dad credit, though, because when I got the boosted board, he was the first one. He's like, I got to try it. And then he started on slow, and we had him on level 1. He's doing good, and he's going around on South Broad Street. And then he's like, I'm gonna take it up a notch. So I put it in the better thing. And I remember he is 100 yards away from us, and you could see him like he's trying to accelerate, and every time he accelerates, his body's like doing this thing. And I was just
Who's typing? Someone, if you're typing, mute
It's
yourself.
Mom moving her phone.
Oh,
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's not bad.
I just keep hearing clicking. But
Okay, well, Mom, we usually do a game at the end from the episode that you watch, but I had an idea for a game, and I know you're like the queen of horror movies. I grew up watching horror movies with you. So we're gonna do some movie trivia, and there's a couple questions that are kind of catered towards your
You guys are
horror
all gonna
movie
kick my butt in
aficionado.
this. You know this.
So how we're going to do this is, since we don't have buzzers, and I was going to have you all download an app, but I feel like it's going to be hard to be able to hear when you guys hit it. So what we're going to do is I'm going to give you the question, and you guys all need to bring up a text with me, right now.
Okay.
The first text I receive is the first answer in. Okay?
or do you want us to do it in the chat, in the private chat?
No, because I don't want you to see each other's answers.
Oh, okay.
So just start a text with me.
Yeah, we get it.
I don't know if I'm doing it just to you.
Just send me a text.
It's just a text, Mom.
Actually, if you guys have the
I see what you're saying.
we can also do it in
sorry.
the chat on here too, if that's better, because I don't want to lose Mom's video.
It's not going
Oh.
through for me. It's taking
That's
too
what
long.
Richie first said. Yeah, we can.
Yeah, Mom, come back and you can use the chat in StreamYard.
Because if you just need to see the first one,
Yeah, I just need to see who answers first. That actually will work best. Good call, Rich. Come back, Mom. We can't see you.
Sorry.
All right, there you are. So do you see where the chat is on StreamYard?
Yep.
Okay, so that's where you're going
Yep.
to type your answer. Let me know if you guys are ready.
I'm good.
I'm not going to be good at this.
Okay, first question. You ready?
Yeah.
In which
Yep.
horror movie does the protagonist write a book that contains only the line, "All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy"?
Oh, Mom, you have to type.
Ooh,
I was first.
Daniel's.
Type the
No, I
answer,
was
Mom.
first.
You type the word me.
The answer you said.
Hold on. I gotta screenshot this.
I thought you were going to have us say it. I knew the answer before Dan.
Okay, Daniel, what was your answer?
The Shining.
Correct.
That's
Correct. So that's 1
That's
point
bullshit.
for
That's
Daniel.
bullshit.
No, that was awesome for the podcast purposes. You just wrote me twice.
Yay.
All right, Dan won.
Not familiar.
All right, second question. What was the first horror movie nominated for Best Picture?
First one.
Oh, it didn't.
Psycho. Did you mean
You know what I
Psycho?
meant.
You all Daniel answered Exorcist, Richie wrote Sinister with 2 N's, and
Yeah,
Mom
I-
wrote Psyche, but I think she meant Psycho.
I meant Psycho. It's not typing right.
Since none of you got it, I'll give you a shot at a second guess. All of you.
Okay.
First horror movie. Nominated for Best Picture?
The first horror film ever to be nominated for Best Picture, which doesn't happen that often. No. It is Silence of the Lambs.
Oh, that makes
Really?
sense.
Interesting.
Okay. Third question. Also a horror movie genre. Who speaks to Isaac in Children of the Corn?
I've never seen that.
I have no idea. I'm just.
Yo, that's crazy.
Daniel and Richie both said
I
Fred.
know I didn't spell it right, but I got it.
I believe Mom is correct in her answer, but
how do you-
it's a demon that calls himself He Who Walks Behind the Rose. So I'm gonna have to double
Well,
check.
his name's Malachi.
Malachi?
Ma. Oh, okay.
Dan, how did we both say Fred?
That's crazy. We said it at the same exact time too.
I don't know, Fred. That's really
Fred
weird.
is from Halloween, isn't he? No, that's Michael Myers. Mike.
You're thinking of
I can hear Dad in the background. Dad saying red rum in the
Wow,
background.
they can hear you. All right. Did I get a point for that?
we're double
He's-
checking.
Malachi is not actually the demon.
Okay.
It's saying so. We'll give you the point though because you knew a character
What did you
from.
name the character?
You actually knew a character from the movie, so Mom's got a
Yeah.
point there.
Never seen that.
Fred's
Movie.
got to be in there somewhere.
Yeah, Fred's definitely in there.
All right, fourth question. What movie did this quote come from and which character or actor said it? You
It's
had me
cute.
at hello.
You had me at hello. Is
Shut
that
up,
what you said?
Ralph.
Yeah, who said that? You can say the actors or the character.
Oh, it's a she.
Tom Cruise.
It's a she. We got Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise.
That was good.
That's the movie, Mom. Mom got the movie.
Hey, Mom, there are M's on your keyboard that you can use.
Yeah, it's not working. It's Tom Cruise.
Who's his opposite? She's the one that says it.
Oh, Ralph, stop.
She sounds like Marge Simpson right now.
She did just sound like Marge. All right, Renee Zellweger. Mom got the point. That was an easy one. Okay.
Never seen it.
Yeah.
Clueless was loosely based on what Jane Austen novel?
Never seen it.
I've never even heard of it.
You never heard of Clueless? Oh, it's a great movie. Alicia Silverstone.
What
and,
kind of genre is the novel?
I don't know the name of the Jane Austen book though.
The Big Friendly Giant is what Richie's guess was.
That's right.
not right.
That's a tough one. It's Emma was the novel.
That was my second guess.
All right. This is kind of an all play here. I'm going to be disappointed if nobody gets this. Which 90s movie featured the Looney Tunes on its soundtrack?
Oh, damn.
On its soundtrack.
Richie was quick. Richie got it.
Oh, was that it? Oh,
Yeah, it's Space Jam.
I didn't, okay.
My
Well
phone.
done.
I'm really slow typing into this chat box.
I think it's your-
Excuses over there.
But
Oh.
I said it all together. He said Space Jahan.
he corrected his.
He corrected himself before
even
you
typed.
before you said anything else.
I did.
Stop.
I did.
Which 90s movie featured the songs My Guy, My God, and I Will Follow Him?
90s.
Yeah. Also stars
I can't spell.
Whoopi Goldberg.
I can't.
Oh,
Is that a movie?
yeah, it's got Queen Latifah in it too.
I think that was in the 2000s, but I'm really thinking Mom should get this.
I have no
Hold on.
idea.
I told you guys the lead actress too. So no,
Wrong.
all wrong. It was Sister Act.
Oh, that movie's funny.
Oh.
Also, there's a new
good.
Sister Act. Sister Act 3 is coming out soon.
Oh, can't wait to see how bad that one.
I thought there already were 3.
All right, ready?
No,
What
that's-
does Hakuna Matata mean? Richie got it. No worries.
Oh,
Mom
good.
said,
phone-
Mom goes,
It
Bo
means
will
both of
prue.
you.
It means Bowie Prue for the
How about
rest
we
of your
can just yell the
days.
answer out? Why can't we just yell the answer out? Because I'm
That sounds like it'll work.
Okay, you can try to yell the answer out. Fine.
I'm gonna say the answer and not type the answer.
Okay.
Okay.
What is the name of Andy's neighbor in Toy Story?
And I win. Didn't even say it. I had it first.
I heard Daniel, but Richie didn't say it.
Richie
This is-
typed it before I
This
said
is why we got to do the chat.
Richie
Because-
typed it before
all
I
right,
said
Richie's
it.
right. It's Sid.
And I said fifth by accident.
All right. What was the title? Oh, let me give Richie a point first, real quick.
Richie's up
Richie's in the lead, by the way. It's 3 points to Richie, 2 points to Mom, 1 point to Dan.
Yeah.
What was the title of the 1961 classic Audrey Hepburn film? It's also a really popular 90s song.
Wrong. That was Judy Garland.
Yeah. Mom's
It's a
way far
popular
off with
movie.
Wizard of Oz.
Give us a hint.
I'll give you a hint real quick. This is your hint, okay? It's going to be an audio hint.
Who was the actress? You said.
Audrey Hepburn. This is your hint, guys.
Oh! I got it.
I'm happy Richie knows because I
I
don't.
didn't type it.
Type it. Come on.
It's
You
spelled.
say yes. Breakfast at Tiffany's is the answer.
I'm
Yeah.
pluralizing Tiffany's. There.
Richie,
i-
what is your spelling?
Tiffany's.
Mom, you're disappointing me on the horror movie stuff, so I'm gonna give you another horror movie.
I had all the horror movies except
What
that
is
I
the
thought
name- Okay, what is the name of the camp that Jason terrorizes in Friday the 13th?
Oh,
We're not gonna say it.
Oh man, Camp Rock? No, it is Camp something though.
That's where we went to as a kid.
So far, nothing.
you said
Camp
it was
something,
Camp
Mom
something.
says. Camp Crystal Lake is the answer.
Uh,
Those aren't even horror movies. Those are stupid movies.
Okay, what movie redefined the horror genre using found footage and was only filmed in 7 days?
Oh, shoot. I know it. Shit. I could see it, too. I got it.
It was like a big thing in the 2000s. It was like everybody was like, "You got to see this movie. It's the scariest thing ever."
damn it!
I got it for Richie.
That's
You're
not
both-
it. That's
You're
not
both
it.
wrong. You're
Not
both
it.
wrong.
It's the movie. Oh, what's the name
You
of
guys
it?
know what it is. It's like
Paranormal
it's,
Activity.
yes, Dan, you
Yeah.
got
I
it.
typed it though.
I said it. Let's go. I said it.
I don't know who was first.
But we
I
said
said
we
it.
had to put it in the chat.
I'm giving it to Dan.
Let's go.
You flipping burger man. I typed it first.
I didn't see it. Sorry. What is the name of Will Smith's character in one of the best movies ever, Independence Day?
Typed it before you finished.
Yeah, Richie went in on Hitch right there.
I don't know. I should know this.
I don't know either. And I think
All right.
Mike is his name. Is,
It's Stephen Hiller. That was a tough one. All right. Classic movie. What movie did this quote come from? There's no crying in baseball.
oh. I could see her. No.
There,
Oh,
Dan got it.
Dan got it.
League of Their Own.
I mixed them up.
I could see the people. I just.
Okay.
It's also distracting, Dad, because it's chewing and there's bags and stuff
All right.
being crinkled.
Well, you're going to have to keep Dad quiet on this one because I know he's going to shout it out. Name the movie. You Can't Handle the Truth.
Oh,
Why can't I think of the name of
oh my
it?
goodness. You can't handle it. Is it a courtroom?
I'll give you a bonus if
Is
Mom
that
got,
it?
Mom got it. A Few Good Men. I'll give you a bonus point if you can name the actor that says the line.
Jack Nicholson.
There we go.
She was in a few good. I'm thinking
Sorry,
of 12.
that's
Well, Mom's got a teammate over there. I guess that's
All right, 2 for on that one. What is Belle's father's name in Beauty and the Beast?
Ooh.
I don't know.
Also a character in Rocket Power, the cartoon.
Oh,
Reggie. That would be funny. I
I
think
don't
this is
know.
going to be a wash on this one. It's Maurice.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
Tito.
What is the name of the restaurant where the lady and the tramp have spaghetti? Two balls, one spaghetti.
2 balls, 1 spaghetti.
It's a name. So Richie's first guess was the closest.
Can I give a trivia question to everybody?
Sure, Dad. You want to give one? Well, the answer to this was Tony's. Nobody got it, but
Here's a trivia question.
It's movies. We're doing movies.
This is sitcoms.
okay.
Who sang Smelly Cat?
Lisa Kudrow and Friends.
yeah,
Phoebe.
friend, it was Phoebe.
I said it.
What's the name of the dog in Peter Pan?
I know this.
I should know that.
Daffodil.
Type it.
Yeah, come on, man.
Type it in the chat.
Fudge.
It's very easy if you can remember what the dog did for the children. Dan got it. Nana.
Dan
Hey,
Googled.
Damn,
I
that's
googled.
right.
I googled
Dan
out.
Googled.
I googled.
I
Watch
could
it.
see it in his
I can't even
screen
get the
eyes.
chat to work,
Yeah.
much less Google on top of it.
Wait, you cheated, Dan?
I had to.
See it.
I couldn't let me.
Minus
Oh.
2. That's minus 2.
No points awarded. What kind of insect is Flick in A Bug's Life?
Wait, what
Oh,
was
I'm
the
already
question?
finished.
What kind of bug
What's the
is
question?
what kind of bug is Flick from Pixar's A Bug's Life?
I have no idea. What
He's
it
the
is.
main character.
Oh, he is?
Yeah. Richie got or Dan got it.
Yeah. I thought
Okay,
he was.
if my phone would work, I had it well before Dan.
Mom, I know it's working because I can hear those fingers just slapping away on that thing.
No, my phone is crippling the whole time
Use the laptop. Why don't you use
because I did get enough preparation time.
You shouldn't have fell asleep.
In the Harry Potter films,
Oh.
what was the name of the tree Harry and Ron crashed their car into?
Oh,
That's the question you
Yeah,
go with.
Harry Potter.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That's the question, really.
Okay, we don't need
nobody's
to do
gonna
it
get
then.
that one.
I'm just kidding.
The Whomping Willow is the answer.
Oh, I should have known that.
I don't know any Harry Potter.
What's the train station? What platform?
9 3/4.
Yay.
Child star Macaulay Culkin was paid $1 million, the first child star ever to earn that much. For what film? Okay. You guys had it in before I could even finish it. That's Richie. You got the point?
I had to type. I was waiting to press enter, and then Ricky
Yeah, I
went
think
in.
if I could just yell it, I would be getting these.
All right, guys. It's tie game across the board. 4-4-4. Here we go.
What's the question?
I'm trying. I want to get ones that you guys actually will get right away.
All right,
This
it's
is
just the
what they call-
tiebreaker, and so
Yeah.
we're just gonna yell it.
No.
I'm not
Winner
typing it.
No, we're gonna do 3 more questions. Okay.
Okay.
What movie did the quote come from? What's in the box?
Oh,
Richie got it. 7.
I thought it was the lucky number 7.
That's a
Oh,
good
that
movie
was
too.
really-
That's a really good movie.
All right, so Richie's up 1.
I
Here's
can't
a
wait to watch
here's a
Cricket.
twister that might throw you guys for a loop because you're probably gonna guess wrong. What was Robin Williams' first animated film?
If it's not
No.
this, I'm done.
It's not Aladdin.
Robin
But you
Williams.
haven't
First.
told
Oh,
that
I
word.
think I know it.
Type it out, Mom.
Nope, it was Fern Gully. Pinocchio was a good guess though.
Oh.
Never heard of her.
Never heard of her. Never heard of Paladin either.
Hey, I don't know how to spell.
Which child star, also known for Home Improvement, the Tim Allen show, voiced the character of Simba in Lion King?
Oh boy.
It is. Uh,
You know who I'm talking about?
Well,
No,
Simba's
Dan.
No.
Simba's a guy.
It's a girl voice actor though.
No, it's
No,
not.
it's not.
no, it's not.
I don't know then.
They weren't born yet.
That's Cole and Dylan Sprouse. I'm gonna give it to Mom because she's the closest. It's Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
I said Jonathan Thomas. Jesus.
How the heck did you know that?
That's not giving it to me. That's not giving it to me. Come on. That's just
He was like the Justin Bieber of his time.
Ooh.
Never heard of him.
All right, final
Actually,
question,
didn't know that
guys.
was his
And
voice,
if Daniel gets it, we'll have a tiebreaker. But this is final question. What movie did this quote come from? And you have to, so Daniel can be back in the game. We'll just make this the final. There's a 2-pointer. What movie did this quote come from? And what actor said it? I'm the king of the world.
That's not fair.
Richie got it. Double points, baby. Leonardo DiCaprio in the Titanic.
Yeah. Do you ever study? Like, I mean, you know every single movie, every single song. You just
I
act
got like
you're
5
studying.
questions right. I got 5 out of 20.
So the final movie buff here. Richie with 7 points, Mom with 5, Daniel pulling up the caboose with 4. They weren't all super easy though, so that's fine.
I did horrible.
Yes.
All right. Should I leave your show now?
Do you wanna have a fun one just to end it, and then we'll close it up?
Sure.
Who was originally supposed to be the voice of Buzz Lightyear?
Tim Allen.
No, originally. Tim Allen got it as a secondary.
Oh, Jim Carrey.
It's a good guess. Also ended up being in a Pixar film later on as the main character. I couldn't give you any better clues. But no, it was Billy Crystal. And when Billy Crystal didn't sign on, he became Mike Wazowski.
That's interesting. I didn't know that.
Yes.
Dad's arguing back here, but yeah.
All right,
Can't
Mom.
get back to the thing. It won't X out. Hold on. I can't get out because I can't get out.
Half the fun of this is watching Mom struggle with the technology.
Also, the nonstop tapping.
Tap, 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 tap. Give it a little tappy.
Oh,
All right, Mom. Thanks for being on.
She's
It looks
frozen.
like you're frozen, but we enjoyed having you. And okay.
okay,
And
bye.
she's gone. And she's gone. All right, boys. Well done. Another successful episode. Another further proof that Richie's better at us than us at everything. So,
What?
although I think I would have mopped the
You
floor with
easily
movie
would
stuff.
have won that game.
You remember seeing it?
But I'll be honest, never saw Children of the Corn, and after reading some of the stuff about this movie, I kind of want to watch it. But we will be back next week, and again, we apologize for the break, and this one will be a twofer because we kind of tried to keep it as short as possible. So tune in on, tomorrow at 9 a.m. Hopefully we get this up there, and we'll see you soon. Thanks for being here, guys.
Richie Soul.